What is up, guys, and welcome to the show. So I figured I'd do a movie review on Being the Ricardos because I literally just watched this movie. I think it actually just came out like a day or two ago, but I just finished watching it, and going into this movie, I actually had high expectations because I was a little bit of a fan of I Love Lucy and all of Lucy's stuff and all of Desi's stuff. I was a fan of his music career. I was a fan of their movie career, television career, all that stuff. So I was a fan, and I was like, okay, this is going to be really good. And by the trailer, it looked amazing. I was like, I definitely am in. Um, I watched the movie, and it started off with a bang. Like, I was like, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. They're talking about her being a communist. They're talking about, him having an affair. Like, this is going to be decent. This is going to be really good. And then it quickly just went, meh. And it got really boring really fast. And it just seemed like it was very monotone throughout the movie. Not a lot going on, not a lot happening. I do like the fact that they had actually a lot of some of the original actors kind of come on, and they kind of talked a little bit, and then it went to the movie, and then the real actors talked a little bit about Desi and Lucy and stuff like that. So I did like that. I did really enjoy it. I thought the storyline, like I said, I mean, it was kind of just like monotone for a little bit. Like I really didn't think, it kind of just dragged on, and same with the movie. Like, I think it was just the storyline being so monotone that it made the movie seem really long. I think it was like a 2 hour movie, but it just seemed like it was like a 3 4 hour movie. Like, it just seemed to drag on forever. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, first they were talking, and it seemed like it was all over the map too. I mean, it kind of first they were talking about, Lucy being, a communist, and how she was blamed for being a communist by checking off the wrong box, and yada yada yada. And then they kind of try to mask that up by, her being pregnant, and I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really like this movie. Out of like 10 stars, 10 being the greatest film I've ever seen and 0 being the worst movie I've ever seen, I probably would give it like a 4.5. And the reason I give it such a high rating on that, I would give it a lot lower, but just because Nicole Kidman played Lucy so well. Like, there was a couple points in the movie where they cut to black and white, and they cut to the show, where of course it's Nicole Kidman, like, thinking about what she's gonna do on the show as the character Lucy. And there was a few moments there where I thought that was actually the real Lucy. I was like, oh, they actually are showing real clips, but it wasn't. It was actually Nicole Kidman. That's how good she was. That's how real she looked, compared to the real Lucy. That's how good she sounded to the real Lucy. And the guy who played Desi Arnaz, I can't remember his name. It was like Javar or something like that. He did a really good Desi. Like, I thought it was actually Desi Arnaz. Like, I thought it was the actual guy. Like, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was the real Ricky Ricardo. I was like, whoa, this, like, even when they didn't flash to the black and white scenes with the TV show, even when it was just him playing him, I thought, wow, this guy is amazing. Like, the actors did amazing. They all looked like the characters from the original series. They all acted like them. They all sounded like them. That was amazing. That was amazing for sure. Just the storyline just seemed kind of really bland and really just kind of was nothing. And, I mean, it was just basically accusation of adultery that kind of just went nowhere and just kind of like was a steady needle throughout. And then there was, blaming of communism, which, kind of didn't really go anywhere until the end. And it was just kind of like a monotone note. So there was these kind of like storylines throughout that were just kind of monotoned notes throughout the movie that didn't really seem to go anywhere. And the movie was just a really big bummer. I thought it was going to be this amazing movie, and I was really excited for it. And just really, sorry about that. It just really didn't live up to its expectations, and maybe that's my problem. Maybe I went into it thinking it was such a great film, it's going to be so great. The storyline just, it didn't do it for me. The length of the film was just way too long. Everybody just seemed really monotone in it. Wasn't a good movie. Don't recommend it. What do you guys think? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to watch, and I'll check you in the next one.